Right, beautiful people. Ain't no stopping us now. Let's do a few quick intros and then we'll go on and get started. Hey, Ron Benson, how are you doing? But Ron, you want the first one here tonight, buddy. That goes to Thomas. Hey, Thomas. Hey, I've got some unfinished business. I've got a email to get out to you. Harry and Kwame and Jim Burrow and Jean, Lincoln, Pamela, LK. Um, is it Nayetta? I hope I said that right. Forgive me if I butchered that. Albert and Cowboy Jim. Are your Cowboys going to have a better year than they did last year? That was funny. You know, I'm a Steelers fan. You know how we do. Hey, Juan and Yuri and Bill and C. Scott Blevins. I love that name. What a name. Hey, Tyron, is it Danette? I hope I'm saying that right. Forgive me if I butchered it. Hey, Ken and G and Lyndon, Sean, Lauren, let's see here. Next page, next page. Ba 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 ba. Sean, Reverend Don, Daryl, iPhone, Clarence. Is that Boom Boom? Um, hey Joseph and Queen, Bert, Julene, Don, T, Cynthia, Joe, Bernard, Sonia. Is that Sonia with the tattoo? Paul and Mike and A and Simon, and there could be more coming aboard. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Got a lot of content to share. So let's go on and get to it. Give me a moment. Bear with me. For those of you who are with us on a Zoom for the first time, community calls me the professor. That's because I like to teach. I like to make sure I like to educate. I like to make sure. Give me a moment here. My daughter's about to turn 18. I like to make sure that our community understands it as we undertake it, whatever that it is. And for tonight, we're going to focus on an amazing crypto project called Sosana. I don't know how much I'll be able to get into the 1.0 versus 2.0, but we're going to be a part of 2.0, looking to launch towards the end of this month. So there's no join links just yet. I know I've gotten that question in quite a bit. And no, you're not buying the Sosana token just yet. That's something we'll be doing once the word has come out. Okay. So let me just tell you what happened. What happened was a very dear marketing buddy of mine sent me a text message a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I've updated this. He sent me a message and told me that he was actually mistaken on the amount that he had gotten started with. I'll refer to it as either beta or 1.0. So if I say beta, I mean 1.0. If I say 1.0, I mean beta. Okay. So he sends this to me. Now, he and I have been connected for well over a decade. He was one of my top guys in a previous venture. Both of us, both he and myself, became seven-figure earners with that particular company. And so, you know, his leg of mine, you know, helped me make a lot of money. So obviously, I'm gonna pay attention to what he's got to say. Sends an audio, and he says, "Hey, dude, you got to pay attention to this." He said, I invested $3,640. That's now been updated. He sent me a message today saying that was updated. It was actually, he was mistaken. It was about 3,900. You don't have to do 3,900. You'll hear you could get started with as little as $50, although I'll be sharing with our community as a minimum. You really want to be looking more at 150. I would pad that a little bit. Let's call it 170. You'll understand that as we go through tonight's sharing. Okay. So I don't want anybody to feel like you've got to break the bank. Nobody's got to break the bank with what we're talking about. All right. So if you will pay attention to the date, March the 27th, he swapped some assets that he already had for Sosana Token. And I texted him after he sent me this right here, and I said, his name is Keith. Keith, how much was that in US dollars? 3640. Again, he updated me today, and he said oh man, I messed up. There was a couple of swaps that I didn't account for, about 3,900 ish. However, on April the 12th, 2.5 weeks later, look at what his Sosana value was worth, $263,000. Now, obviously, that got my attention. So I connected with him. He got me onto a private Zoom with Mark Ross. Mark Ross is one of the co-founders of Sosana, extremely transparent. And if you have watched some of our content, you've seen me actually do an interview with Mark Ross, where he even tells about one of the challenges, the major challenge they ran into in 1.0, which is what is allowing us to become a part of 2.0, meaning we get a shot to get the Sosana token really, 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 really on the cheap. If you have not seen that, we'll make sure you know how you can get access to that particular video. Very transparent. And that's one thing that has lacked in the online industry, in the internet industry, in the cryptocurrency industry. And when he shared what the challenges were in 1.0 and did it publicly, not just uh, talking to a perceived leader, but shared that knowing that I was going to share that, post it on YouTube, and put it in the public sphere. And he said, "We've got nothing to hide." Okay, so that got my attention. 3,900 ish now to 263. All right, so now when Mark started sharing with me, he started talking about meme coins, and it was kind of over my head at first. I'd heard of meme coins. I didn't know really what a meme coin was. So I'm just starting to learn to use AI. I know I'm behind. All right. So I went to, I think this was Chat GPT, what's a meme coin? All right. Well, meme coins under origin often start off as a joke, lighthearted social experiment. They're typically based on internet trends, characters, and even celebrities. They're community driven. They're volatile and they're speculative. There's limited utility in most cases, and this is where Sosana is changing the ball game. Okay, most meme coins, there's really no utility to it. Most meme coins can be pump and dump. One of my dear marketing buddies, Tyron, hit me today, and he had been sharing content with a buddy or buddyette of his. And, initially the thought was this was just another pump and dump. As they started to go through the content, they realized, we may have something here. All right. So now, and I've got some folks raising their hands. So if you would keep your hands down, we'll have an optional Q&A. Okay. All right. So one of the challenges is limited utility. I'm going to spend most of the time today showing you the utility, the real world usage of the Sosana token and the Sosana ecosystem. We're also going to look at some popular meme coins, some that started off as a joke, but now Dogecoin, for instance, not to be confused with the Doge and the cuts and things of that nature. Dogecoin has been around, I think, since 2013. When I looked at it today, I think it's a $30 billion market cap, but it started off as a joke. So now the people who started that, and some folks who got in when it was tenths of a penny, it was a joke. They're laughing, ha ha ha, all the way to the bank. Did you like that? You like that? You like that? Okay. All right. Then we're going to also share why Sosana and the ecosystem, how it's going to look to lower the risks normally associated with meme coins, as well as the larger cryptocurrency world. So let's take a look. Let's go to Coin Market Cap real quickly. Now, this is a little more than a week old. Because when I did this, Bitcoin was going for 106,000, and I think I saw it today at closer to 118. Okay, so a good part of the cryptocurrency market is up significantly from when I took this screenshot, maybe about a week and a half or so ago. Now, coinmarketcap.com, there's a few things we want to take a look at. Number one is Solana. That is a cryptocurrency asset that is the number 6 asset in the entire cryptocurrency space. Solana is a blockchain. Many of you are familiar with Ethereum. Ethereum is a blockchain. You may hear me call it a blockchain. You may hear me call Solana the network. So Solana is a blockchain. It's a network. I'm really saying the same thing there, okay, on which Sosana is built upon. I noticed as I was going through some editing today, there were oftentimes I meant to say Sosana with the S, and I said Solana by mistake, and I tried to clear that up in editing. Now, so Solana, all right, is a blockchain on which Sosana is built upon. The Solana ecosystem is attracting lots and lots and lots of projects on that network. One of the reasons is because it's so inexpensive. The fees to transact on Solana are extremely inexpensive, number one. Number two, the ease of which to launch a project, even your own token. You could have your own token on the Solana network, okay? Now, with that, there's been a lot of scams, rug pulls, bad projects coming on because it's so easy to get on the Solana network. And this is where Sosana is looking to bring some transparency and a sifting, sorting, voting mechanism so that we as community members of Sosana can sort through the riffraff. We want to have the Sosana token, but we also want to have other tokens that we'll be introduced to via the Sosana ecosystem. We're going to take a look real quickly at Dogecoin. Again, don't confuse that with Doge is a part of the U.S. government that, was going through looking for, cuts and things of that nature, okay? Dogecoin has been around, I think, since 2013. You can see that it is number 9 as of a week and a half or so ago in the entire cryptocurrency world, all right, with a $24 billion market cap, okay? All right, when I looked at Dogecoin today, it was closer to a $30 billion market cap. When I looked at Solana today, it was closer to an $87 billion market cap. All right, so these are no small assets, okay? So Dogecoin, let's just look at it real quickly. We're not here to promote Doge, but I want us to see that a meme coin, particularly if it's done right, has the potential to be extremely explosive. Okay, so Dogecoin was created by Billy Marcus Jackson Palmer, who decided to create a payment system as a joke. Well, this joke is now close to a $30 billion market cap, okay? Again, referring to Dogecoin's origins as a joke. Now, what I did, I remember my first cryptocurrency transaction was in August of 2014. I bought Bitcoin when it was going for $515 a Bitcoin. Back then, I remember on CoinMarketCap seeing Dogecoin, but it was going for far less than a penny. So I went to cryptocurrency.com. I clicked on Dogecoin. I was able to go back and look at the price from inception, or at least from the time that it hit CoinMarketCap. And we can see here that back on February 22nd, hopefully you can see this, Dogecoin was well less than a penny. It was less than a tenth of a penny, 0.0001412, okay? When I pulled this chart a week and a half or so ago, it was at 16 cents. So if we take what Dogecoin was going for a week and a half ago, 16 cents and some change, subtract out what it was going for back in 2015, this will tell us what the profit was per Doge token had we known about it, had we had the presence of mind to have bought some when it was going for 0.0001412. Okay, this would have been the profit. Now let's see what our return could have been. So we take the profit, we divide it by what Dogecoin was going for way back then, and this would give us an equation. Now, what you do is you move your decimal 2 places to the right, and you see a massive, gargantuan return in percentage terms. So what if we back then had just bought $100 worth of Dogecoin, maybe even forgot about it, and what would it be worth as of when I pulled this a week and a half ago? It would have been worth, so take that times 100, it would have been worth $114,000. Not too many traditional investments could you have put $100 in, and 10 years later it's worth 114. What about 1,000? Would have been worth 1.14 million. For a lot of people, that would be a great way to assist you at retirement if you're already there, if you're like me looking at it in about 10 years or what have you. Okay. And so we have seen the explosion in the cryptocurrency space. How many of you wish you could go back in time and buy more Bitcoin? How many of you would have loved to have gotten Bitcoin when it was pennies or dollars or even a few $100 like I did? I had no idea when I bought it for $515 what it was going to ultimately explode to. They were saying that, but I had no point of reference at that time. Now we've got a point of reference that this cryptocurrency space can be extremely explosive. What I've been looking for, which actually found me, was a project that has the potential to be here longer term, where we can still get the asset perhaps for pennies, or perhaps even for less than pennies. And hopefully we'll see that here in just a couple of weeks. So going back to my buddy, March 27th, 2025, let's call it $3,900 worth of Sosana. In 1.0, in just 2.5 weeks, it grew to $263,000 worth of value. Okay. All right. So now, were there other meme coins that exploded? Yes. Shiba was one. All right. $6.6 billion. I forgot what that was today when I looked at it. But it was more than that. I think it might have been closer to an $8 billion market cap. I guess you call that Pepe. All right. $4 billion market cap, over $5 billion as of today. And if you go to coinmarketcap.com and you click on where it says memes, you'll see that show up right there in the red, the underlined red. You'll see the top meme coins and what their market caps are. Remember, these are coins that, by and large, they were set up as jokes or fun or what have you. Most of these do not have any real world utility. What's the utility for the official Trump coin? I don't know. Okay. But the market cap as of a week and a half ago, and I'm not making any political statements, whether you love or loathe them, $1.7 billion. And let me stop here for just a moment. Okay. Because it doesn't matter where you fall. If you fall on the left or the right or somewhere in the middle, it doesn't matter, okay? One thing that we really want to take advantage of is we know that Trump is a fan of the cryptocurrency world. Shoot, he's got his own meme coin. That meme coin has a market cap of $1.7 billion, okay? My point in saying that is likely the cryptocurrency world, all right, will continue to flourish at least under his administration. And again, you may like some of his policies, you may not like his policies. I'm not here to make any political statements. I'm here to make an economic statement that we could be seeing really a golden age these next few years in the cryptocurrency space. Okay, so with that being said, um, uh, we see Solana again there. And what I want to do now is I want to go to a video, and I actually posted this in our Telegram room. Some of you maybe even started watching it. This is going to share what the real use utility is for Sosana token. It's going to also show you why they are lowering the Sosana ecosystem, lowering the risks. And you may, when you get this, have a hard time sleeping. When I got it after my, it was probably my second private Zoom with Mark Cross, and the light bulb went off. I got maybe an hour sleep that night. All right. And that's not hyperbole. I got about an hour sleep that night, maybe. All right. So with that being said, I want to go to, give me a moment. I want to go to this video. I posted this earlier today, so you'll have access to it. I'm going to play it. Bear with me. I'm going to come off screen for just a moment. And here we go. Good day, beautiful people. Good day, beautiful people. Listen, you want to watch this module. You want to watch every second of this particular module. Now, you might be on a live Zoom, and I may be going to this module, or maybe you're just seeing this on social media or inside of our free portal called the Cashflow Club portal. Either way, watch this module. Now, in one of our previous modules, we talked about how Sosana is bringing real world solutions, real utility to the meme coin space, to the cryptocurrency space. This is what we're going to focus on in this module. What is that utility and the voting mechanisms, and why the voting is so important, and what that could mean for you, me, we, in terms of developing a crypto portfolio over time. You know, imagine in time having dozens of tokens, any one of which, you know, could be one of those that do 10 times or 50 times or 100 times. We can't guarantee any of that kind of stuff, but the more of these tokens that we're able to get a hold of, the better the chances that we'll have some of these tokens that really, really explode. So let's go to work here. And again, you want to watch every second of this module. Let's go to work. Okay, so in a previous module, we talked about a couple of the problems that plague cryptocurrency as a whole, and then the meme coin space more specifically. And that is, one, meme coins typically have limited utility. You're going to see the solution that Sosana is. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit because we just covered that. Give me a moment. All right, here we go. To build out a well-rounded token portfolio. All right, so now, so that we can start to understand what you're going to hear about in the remainder part of the module, and that is the voting mechanism, we need to understand something that's so important. Outside of Sosana, who wants to deal with taxes? Who wants to pay taxes? Not me, okay? But inside Sosana, we love Sosana taxes. Say it with me. I love Sosana taxes. Now, what is this? With every Sosana transaction, whether there is a buy of Sosana, a sell of Sosana, there is a 3% tax. 3% buying, 3% selling. All right. Now, remember, we love Sosana taxes. Why is this tax so important? Number one of the challenges on the Solana network, all right, now we've got Solana, which is the network Sosana is being built upon. So hopefully I won't confuse those two when I'm talking, okay? So Solana is the big network right now, worth over $80 billion in terms of market cap. Sosana is being built on the Solana network. There are tons of projects every day coming out on the Solana network. One of the reasons is because Solana has so few fees. That sounds good up front, but the challenge that presents is this right here, trading bots. So with a lot of projects out there, they're on the Solana network, okay? And what will happen is you'll have folks that mean the project no good that will create a trading bot. All right. So the way these decentralized tokens are bought and sold and exchanged and what have you, because ultimately you want to be able to take some of your Sosana tokens, or you want to be able to take some of the other tokens that you might accrue by being a part of the Sosana ecosystem. And yes, we want capital appreciation. Yes, we want it to grow. But from time to time, you're going to want to take some of that and convert it into usable, spendable cash. For us to be able to buy, for us to be able to sell, we need something called liquidity pools. Now, listen, if you don't know what that is, you can Google it, you can YouTube it, you can AI it. What is a liquidity pool? Suffice it to say, there are a lot of really good projects out there that they run into problems because the Solana fees are so minuscule, and those projects don't have a tax, okay? So then what will happen is you'll have folks that don't mean the project any good that will create trading bots. Trading bot will do something like this. It'll go in, let's say you've got a project that doesn't have a huge market cap just yet, all right? The trading bot goes in, buys $10,000 worth of that particular token, but then immediately sells it. By the way, if you've got a project that the market cap's not all that big and $10,000 comes in at one time, what happens to the value of that token because of that purchase? It goes up, all right? But then the bot turns around and sells it right away, all right, to extract whatever profit. So let's say 10,000 is bought immediately, maybe within a second or two, 10,000 and 50 is sold. Why? Because the 10,000 increased the price. The bot immediately sells at a profit, all right, grabs the profit, basically taking liquidity from the liquidity pool, and then the bot does it again and 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 again, and then it hurts that project. So the fact that we have taxes, say it with me, I love Solana taxes, helps to keep the bots away, because the bot, anyone that doesn't mean Sosana any good and wants to bleed the liquidity pool with bots, they're going to have to pay 3% going in, 3% going out. That's already going to be 6%. So bots aren't going to want to mess with Sosana. That is one way to help protect what we're doing. So that the problem that many platforms have, all right, is there are pump and dump schemes. Some of those pump and dump schemes have nothing to do with the project themselves. They have to do with people that don't mean the project any good, just looking to bleed the liquidity pool, all right, using bots to pump and dump, using bots to pump and dump, using bots to pump and dump. So Solana taxes helps to alleviate that. According to Mark Ross, a co-founder, we believe that because of those taxes, we won't see bots trying to do that. So that's one major advantage of Solana taxes. Say it with me. I said Sosana, excuse me. I love Sosana taxes. Now, with that said, Another major reason that we are going to fall in love with Sosana taxes is because with that 3% tax on the front end, that 3% tax on the back end, a portion of that tax revenue goes into a voting pool. A portion of that tax revenue goes into a voting pool. And so what's going to happen is every couple weeks or so, there's going to be projects on the Solana network that would have been nominated by Sosana members. You, me, we. To be a nominator, you need to have $500 worth of Sosana in your wallet. I'll give you a great example. There's a very dear buddy of mine who has his own project that is on the Solana network. I'll be looking to nominate that once the nominating processes open up for Solana 2.0. Great project, okay? Now, why would we want to nominate projects? Because as a community, we want to see other good, solid projects out there, okay? My buddy has a great project. By nominating it, and then the community being able to vote on it, that's going to help these other projects out there, all right, get more traction, get more eyeballs onto their projects, okay? So now what we're going to do every couple of weeks, all you need is $50 worth of Sosana in your wallet to be able to vote, all right? Now, this is where I want to go over to there's a couple videos that we sliced and diced and what have you, so that you can really understand the power of the voting and the power of with the voting to be able to build a token portfolio that over time, since we get to do this every couple of weeks, we're going to be able to add to our crypto portfolio. So we'll have Sosana, all right, but then we'll be able to add to our crypto portfolio. So watch this and you'll see just how powerful this part is. Good day, beautiful people. Listen, very excited to share about the utility of the Sosana ecosystem, the Sosana project. Obviously, perhaps you're seeing this because someone has shared with you Sosana. Maybe someone has shared with you about their token success. Perhaps they are Sosana token holders and they've seen some appreciation. Obviously, nobody can make any promises of any type of price appreciation. If you can't afford to lose it, you can't afford to participate with it. What I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you some excerpts, all right, of some content that I've seen from Mark Ross from the official YouTube channel with Sosana. And then I'm going to come back and give you some commentary. I'm approaching it like this. I knew very little about meme coins. I've been in crypto for a while, but knew very little about meme coins. And so I want to share with you, perhaps you didn't know much either. So I really want to break things down so you understand it as you undertake it. Okay. All right. So what happens with Sosana is every couple weeks, all right, we're going to have the opportunity to vote on various. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Again, we've covered that part there, so bear with me. Here we go. Undertake it. Let's go to the first video.
What's up, Sosana family and all you degens out there in the Solana network? Sosana just made history. Our first ever community voting round is officially in the books, and it was representative of the beginning of something that is going to grow and become what we believe is so special. A few small glitches, sure, but overall the basic functions of the system worked like a charm. Hats off to our great developer and to David Track and all the work they put in to make this happen. Let's take you through the action and show you how real utility just met real results. Right here, you're seeing the nominate and voter board, where all the tokens nominated by the community were revealed. Then, just like that, the nominations vanish as the round officially closes. That's the moment we shift into results. Now, the top 10 tokens are revealed, and the winner? Shift AI took the crown, backed by strong community support. We now drop into the deck screener by pasting in the contract address for shift.ai. And check this out. You can literally see where the DGen voter bonus wallet made its purchase. The first purchase in Sosana history, making crypto history worldwide. That green candle spike right there, that's the result of the vote, and that's
okay. All right. So I want to stop right here. Very, very important. So by being a Sosana token holder, at least $50 worth of Sosana. Now, what I would do, all right, is I would pad it a little bit, okay, because the value of the Sosana token is going to fluctuate. You know, it's going to go up. You know, we want to see it go up. And then you're going to have some folks that are maybe going to convert some of their Sosana tokens into usable, spendable cash. So some people are going to be selling. So there's going to always be some buying and selling. So I would have a cushion if you're only starting off with the minimum. Obviously, if I were you, I would want to start off with as many Sosana tokens as my resources allow, but you have to raise your right hand and agree you're not going to hurt your family. Okay. All right. So now, if we go back here, I'm going to go back here. All right. Now, I want you to understand this was the very first vote that was done and what I'm calling Sosana 1.0. Okay. Or you might hear me refer to it as the beta version. All right. This was the first vote. Now, I want you to see that this was a small community. This was a small community. The winning project, Shift AI, got 11 votes. All right. And then you see the other projects that were there and the number of votes. I want you to imagine what's going to happen when there are thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of folks that are voting. Okay. Now, the reason I bring that up is because with just a small number of people that were part of Sosana 1.0, so we're not ground floor, we're in the basement. Okay. All right. Let's go back and see when Sosana. So remember, there is a tax with every single transaction. In Sosana, we love taxes. In Sosana, we love taxes. 3% in, 3% out. So one's buying Sosana, there's going to be a 3% tax. So when selling Sosana, there's going to be a 3% tax. That tax helps to shield us from the robots out there. We believe, at least in my conversations with Mark Ross, one of the co-founders, is that we're not going to have trading bots coming and depleting the liquidity pool. If you don't know what that stuff is, go Google it, go YouTube it, go Chat GPT or some other AI, Shift AI, perhaps it. Okay. All right. So with that tax, a portion of those tax dollars go into the voting pool. All right. And so these 11 winners, what happened for the 11 winners is Sosana took from that voting pool, if you will, all right, from the Sosana taxes. We love Sosana taxes. We love Sosana taxes. All right. They took that and then they went and bought the token of Shift AI. So now, on with that understanding, I'm going to back up just a little bit. We're going to start it. And I want us to pay attention. I want us to pay attention. First off, there were only 42 votes. Okay. All right. What happens when there's, 420, 4,200, 42,000? Okay. Um, I want you to notice what happens to Shift AI, the winning project, so that Sosana went and bought the token of Shift AI. And let's notice what happened to Shift AI's um, uh, price chart, okay, because of the buying pressure. So let's get started.
Shift into results. Now the top 10 tokens are revealed, and the winner, Shift AI, took the crown, backed by strong community support. We now drop into the deck screener by pasting in the contract address for Shift.ai. And check this out. You can literally see where the DGen voter bonus wallet made its purchase. The first purchase in Sosana history, making crypto history worldwide.
Look at that. Look at that price chart. Now, remember this, that when the vote has happened, when the vote is ended, and the nominated projects are shown, and the winner is shown. In this case, it was Shift AI. Okay. Remember, we're going to have an hour or so time frame before Sosana goes and purchases Shift AI. Now, what are they purchasing it from? From that voter pool. How was that funded? From the taxes. Here in Sosana, we love Sosana taxes. I'm not a big fan of taxes outside of Sosana, but I love Sosana taxes. Look at that price chart. So what if we won the vote, which I'm going to show that also some excerpts from a Zoom that Mark hosted, where some of the winners of the very first vote, got their Shift AI tokens. All right. So whether we won the vote and we got tokens of the project that won, or whether we're sitting there saying, wait a minute, Sosana's going to go out and purchase some tokens of the winner, and I want to get some tokens of that winner before Sosana makes the purchase. Because what if we were right in here, and then Sosana makes the purchase and it goes way up here? Are you getting it? Are you getting the potential? Not only of the Sosana token, which we want that to go, to the moon, but these other projects. Now, might we buy a project or buy some tokens of a project and then it, eventually goes flat? Yes, that could happen. All right. But what if we're doing every couple of weeks, and then when you get into the community hub, where there's going to be a voting apparatus for free launch projects, the power of that. Okay. Now I'm going to shut up and let little Mark here, Mark Ross, we'll let little Mark continue the conversation.
That green candle spike right there, that's the result of the vote, and that's power in motion. Now, let that sink in. We are still so early. Imagine what kind of chart movement this will create when we've got thousands of holders and voters behind each round. This is just the beginning. Next, we take a look at Shift.ai's Twitter profile. These guys are building AI solutions for Web3, merging decentralized tech with real-time data-driven insights. Their site looks tight, clean, forward-thinking, exactly the kind of quality project our community is here to discover and elevate. Projects like this get overlooked, but not anymore. With Sosana, we give deserving teams visibility, and we reward the communities behind them. Back to the chart.
tell you what. So I want you to understand the power of what Sosana is doing. So here is this project, all right, that was nominated, Shift AI. All right, I'd never heard of Shift AI. Okay, but the process of having these different projects nominated brings exposure to those projects. It brings exposure to those projects. Now, in time, can you see that if someone has a project on the Solana with the L, Solana network, how they're going to find value in Sosana? Because essentially what Sosana is doing is it is being a billboard for what we think, what the community thinks are quality projects. So in time, can you see developers, founders of different projects on the Solana with the L, Solana network, wanting to have their projects nominated so that their projects now get eyeballs that they weren't getting. And so as we grow the Sosana community from, a small intimate group to hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, perhaps even millions, all right, that is going to be such value in the marketplace because now you're going to have more and more and more and more people looking for solid projects so that we can start to sift out, sort out the riffraff. Okay? All right, let's go back to little Mark.
There's that spike again. That was us. And if we can do that now, think about the momentum we'll have in the weeks and months ahead. Now we're back to the DApp, and round 2 has already begun. Nominations are open, a brand new cycle has started. Let's go again. Here's one last look at the top 10 from round 1. You can even see the wallet address of the nominator who submitted Shift.ai. Pure transparency, total community-driven movement. And this right here, that chart, that's what happens when a project wins a Sosana vote. That's real impact from real people in real time, straight from our community to theirs. But this is just the start. With every vote, every round, every reward, we're building something revolutionary. Not just hype, but real rewarding utility for the Solana ecosystem. So if you're already holding Sosana, get ready. If you're not, what are you waiting for? Nominate, vote, win, repeat. Unlike any other meme project, at Sosana there's always something new and exciting every voting round. It doesn't get boring here, it just grows and gets.
Okay, so I want you to hear what little Mark just said. Okay. Every couple of weeks, there's a voting round. So every couple of weeks, we vote. All right. We want to all exercise our right to vote. We have an opportunity to win the vote and then get tokens because remember, we love Solana taxes. I don't like taxes outside of Solana, but we love Solana taxes. All right. And so we've got the opportunity to win the vote. All right. In which case you would then receive tokens of the winning project. And then whatever you want to do with those tokens, you want to hold on to those tokens. You want to convert some of those tokens into usable, spendable cash. All right. Maybe you convert them all. Maybe you convert some. All right. That's totally on you. So you win the vote. Wonderful. Even if you don't win the vote, we've got that 1 hour head start to know what the winning project was. And if you want to go and buy some tokens before that big old spike that you see there. But this is every couple of weeks, this is going to happen. Every couple of weeks, this is going to happen. All right. Let's finish with little Mark here.
Better. This is how DGens take over the right way. Let's go. Hey, everybody out in Sosana world and Degen world, crypto world. We are here just talking to some really special people on this call. And I can't wait to introduce you to some of them. Each one of these people on this call actually participated in our very first voter round. They came in. One of them is the winning nominator who nominated the winning token. Of course, many of you already know it was Shift AI.
Okay, so you can nominate tokens. Now, what do you need to do to nominate tokens, and why would you want to consider nominating tokens? You need $500 worth of Sosana tokens. So $50 worth of Sosana tokens allows you to vote. Okay. All right. Very, very low barrier to entry. Okay. $500 of Sosana token in your wallet allows you to nominate projects. Now, if you nominate a project one, and your the project that you nominated is the winning project, then as the nominator, you're going to receive rewards. I believe it's like $500 worth of Sosana tokens. $500 thereabout worth of Sosana tokens. Now, remember, Sosana tokens, I believe, will be an ever increasing asset. Can't promise that. All right. All of my if, ands, buts, perhaps disclaimers. All right. So that's why you would want to have at least 500 Sosana tokens so that you could be a nominator. And if you nominate a project and that project wins the vote for that voting cycle, you as the nominator receive $500 worth of Sosana tokens. In time, that could be even more. And obviously, you can hold on to those tokens for potential price appreciation. You could sell some of those tokens, liquidate some of those tokens or all of those tokens or what have you as usable, spendable cash. All right, let's go back to, I call him Big Mark.
Actually won the vote. And we bring in everybody here to kind of give their testimony, because each and every person on here besides me and Dave actually won the reward. And folks, this is so historic, because what has happened here has never happened in crypto history, ever. It's never happened. And you're going to see something right now that in the beginning, if you're just now discovering Sosana, you might be thinking, oh, no big deal. But let me tell you something. Big things sometimes start small. And I'm telling you, this is going to be so huge. And what we're doing here is so historic because, like I said, it's never been done. There's never been a voting reward mechanism that's ever existed in crypto like what we have with Sosana. And this is the result of it on our first vote. And it's really, really cool. So we're going to bring out some people. But before we do that, what I want to do is I want to just kind of do a quick screen share and just show real quick the results of what happened and talk about how it happened. If you guys can see that, can everybody here see that? Okay. This is our voting screen. Okay. Now, if you first go in, now, if you were on, let me just pull up the Sosana website real quick, just so you can see it. Get that ready. Okay. So if you were first here, you come to the website, and your initial qualification is you must own at least $50 worth of Sosana in order to vote. You must own $500 worth of Sosana in order to nominate. So you can see this little button here, nominate or vote. So if we click that, the first thing it's going to take us to is where we connect our wallet. So if my wallet wasn't connected, you wouldn't be seeing any of this, but you can see my wallet's connected. You can see this, the Sosana price, how many holders we are, 181 holders. I'm telling you folks, it's like, we're talking infancy. You can see our voting reward total right now is just 4.69 SOL, that the total rewards paid out so far is 46 SOL. So we, again, right in our infancy. And your goal right now for a 2-week period, remember, starting last Sunday at 7 p.m. until the next Sunday, which will be after this Easter, a week from this Easter, a 2-week period, is a time for everybody to nominate their favorite project on the Solana network. Okay, so those people are going to come in. You can see so far today is Thursday, we have currently, this is of the first week of the second round, we have 8 nominations right here. And what's going to happen is those nominations are going to continue to grow, but nobody's going to see those nominations until the Sunday after Easter at 7 p.m. Eastern, where at that time there's going to be a 24-hour period where you're going to have an opportunity to look at all the different nominated projects, place your vote, and then you're going to show up the following day at 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday, and you're going to actually find out who's in the top 10 and, of course, who's number 1. And whoever wins number 1, the person who nominated number 1 is going to get a reward of $500 in Sosana tokens. Early in this project, it's a really significant reward. But the second thing that's even more exciting is if you voted for that winning project, you're going to be able to participate in the airdrop from what I'm highlighting here is the voting reward right here, okay? And that voting reward, last time it grew to just under $4,000, and we rewarded 11 voters. I'm going to show you the top 10 from the last vote. Let me just put my wallet in there. I know Phantom always makes me reset my passcode. Let's confirm that. So when you connect your wallet, you're going to see the top 10. So you can see the number of voters in the round, and you can see each project that was nominated. And as you can see, we have Shift AI who won the vote. So what does that mean? That means the 11 people who actually cast their vote for the winning project are going to share in that reward pool. And in that case, it was about, I want to say it was close to 30 Solana, maybe, no, almost 40 Solana, right? 40 something Solana. Isn't that right, Dave? Something like that. So basically, that's what you can see. I have to keep connecting my wallet to see the top 10. But the bottom line is you can also see the other projects. Now, here's what's really fantastic about this window of time, because when the winner is revealed Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, there is a 1-hour period. Remember this, a 1-hour period where every registered voter is going to be able to decide if they want to add that project to their portfolio before the airdrop, before that wallet goes out, goes to Shift AI, on the DEX, and actually purchases their token and then sends those tokens to reward their voters. Again, historic. It's never happened before in history. And we can't wait to see what happens. We believe that we are this is kind of like what I call the seed phase. These are just the initial people. We're building relationships. People who know people are learning about the Sosana project, how unique it is. We have talked to some of the most incredible people with so much experience in the industry that are taking a look at this project and are just floored because of what we're doing. It's never been done. And we believe that as this goes viral, that voter reward is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. Okay. And when it does, we think it's going to go more and more viral because of the momentum that will create. So let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen. And what I want to do is just bring out our first testimony. Who wants to go ahead and unmute your mic and go first?
Hey, Mark.
What's up, bro?
How's it going, guys? So,
there he is.
Well, how's it going? So basically, I'm the founder of Shift. I'm a full.
Okay, so let's stop here for just a moment. All right, and I'm showing you excerpts from a video that Mark Ross, co-founder, put together. Now, this gentleman right here is the actual developer, and I don't know if you're seeing me on screen or not, but this is the actual developer of the winning project for that first vote. This was the first vote in Sosana history, all right? What I'll refer again to as Sosana 1.0. But this gives the voting apparatus, the nominating apparatus, gives these projects exposure that they might not have received. Okay, so we'll hear a little bit from Enrique. You're also going to see David Track. David Track is the founder, all right, or another co-founder. I have a relationship and building a relationship with Mark Ross, and hopefully we'll also begin to build a relationship with David Track as well. A little bit from Enrique, and then we'll hear from another couple of winners.
Full stack developer. And all I can say about Sosana is that it's a platform that changes the landscape of crypto, right? When we've seen like the communities are very important, and being able to participate and bring our community on board, and to find out about Sosana and all those things were great for us. I think it made the community feel like very active. It was something cool to do, that it will make us all engage, and go and vote and be part of Sosana, which in my opinion it's a great project, a very unique idea. And
okay, so I want you to hear something here. All right, so here is Enrique, who is has his own project on the Solana network called Shift AI. His project was nominated. He has his own community. But now look at the synergy of Enrique wanting his community to know about Sosana. So likely what that's going to do is cross-pollinate, where some of his community members who didn't know anything about Sosana will likely hear about it, because Enrique's excited that his project was nominated and won, the very first project that won in the history of the Sosana voting process. He'll always be the very first project. Okay, so 5 years from now, likely there's going to be people taking a look at Shift AI, because they may come across this video or other videos or what have you. Okay, but the thing is, he may now have his community coming to take a look at Sosana. Members of his community may buy the Sosana token, and who does that benefit? If you, me, we are Sosana token holders. So you seeing the synergies here. Let's continue.
I believe in it, and that's why I'm here. And obviously, I want to thank you all for letting me be part of this, and letting the entire Shift team to be part of it as well. It's been something that we're very grateful of, and obviously we want to continue supporting Sosana as much as we can. It's obviously a big honor for us to be the first nominated token, and to see the community receive the rewards, and obviously seeing the big buy commenting into the chart for Shift was pretty awesome.
Pretty cool, huh?
And
that is awesome.
And he helps us believe that there's a future for projects that are really putting in the work. People are gonna notice that, and obviously they want to be part of what you guys are building here, which I think is fantastic. When Mr. Lai told me about you guys, I was like, you know what? He first told me at the very beginning it was too early, but I was very focused on Shift at the time. But when he told me about Sosana, I was like, it looks very interesting. He showed me the website. I jumped right on, and for me it was like, okay, this actually has really good potential. I believe that this is something that will be great in the future, and as it keeps continuing building, it's probably grabbed a lot of attention. So it's great to be on Sosana early.
I'll share next, Mark.
Okay, brother, go for it. There he is.
Man, I'm just excited to be here. This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. I don't even really know where to start, other than to say that I'm excited, and this is one of the coolest projects I've seen. I'm not a crypto expert. I've been in country music my whole life, but I've started to, over the last three years especially, really start to dive in and understand what this is all about. And obviously, this is the future of money. And I'm very excited to be here. I remember when I heard about this project, it sounded incredible to me. I've heard a lot of things that sound incredible that don't always pan out. I think we've all been there. And to see this actually happen, and then to be a winner on the first round, I was not expecting that. I remember when the tokens came out that we could vote for, I recognized maybe 2 or 3 of the tokens on there. I did not recognize Shift on there. And I remember when I went to vote, I didn't know anything about Shift. I looked at the market cap and I saw that it was small, and I just voted for it. Didn't really know anything about it. I know a lot about it now. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I know a lot about it now. So
yeah, I
remember when we had the Zoom. I think it was on Sunday, it was on Monday. It was when we were going to announce the winners. Before the winners even came out, I remember I put a comment in the post that said, this is going to shift how how companies work, how meme coins work. And then 30 minutes later, I find out that the winning token was actually shipped. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together that that's the one I was going to vote for until they said it. I said, I think I said something about shift in the comments. And that was not foreshadowing or ESP or anything like that. I was on the right frequency, I guess. So to be a winner, and then I'm thinking, okay, well, I won. Well, I wonder how long it's going to take to get my tokens. As soon as I saw that I had voted for the winner, I went and there they were, $375, which was like 2.8 or 2.6 million shift tokens.
Okay, so I want you to hear that, okay? So this gentleman here won the vote. He was one of the winners of the vote. I think there were 11 winners. And he got airdropped, all right, right into his wallet, $375 worth of shift, all right? And that wound up being like 2.6 million shift tokens. Now, what could he have done with that? Whatever he wanted to. If he wants to hold on to it, he could. If he wants to convert that into usable, spendable cash, he could. And what was his requirement? $50 worth of Sosana tokens in his wallet, okay? But he got $375 worth. Now, I don't know what the gentleman had in terms of Sosana tokens in his wallet, but if he only had the minimum, all right, he got 7 times worth that because he simply voted and won the vote. All right, that accounted for over 2 million shift tokens. So now if he wants to build a crypto portfolio, all right, and he wants to maintain some or all of those shift tokens were free, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't have to pay for it, okay? All right, he didn't have to pay for it. All right, let's go and let's find another testimony.
Awesome. So much. Really appreciate it because of all of your experience. You've got a lot to say, and we really appreciate that, Mr. Live. So realize, I want you guys to think about something. Let's just say all you had was $50. When's the last time you got a reward that was bigger than your wallet? Has that ever happened in crypto? I don't know if it has. I've never seen it happen. Maybe it has, but I'm just not aware of it. Something that's open to the whole community where everybody who voted for that winning token, if all they had was $50 in their wallet, they got about $370 worth of shift sent to their wallet, which is more valuable than their entire wallet. I mean, that's crazy. I've never seen that happen in crypto before. And this is just our first round, okay? You can imagine where we're going to be when we have tens of thousands of holders. And this thing is just growing out of control. And especially when the market really comes back. I mean, I think in a flat market that Sosana is so good with our utility, we think it's still going to go viral and people are going to love what we're doing because of the rewards, because of what our mission is to really clean up the Solana ecosystem. Let's go ahead and bring out our last testimony. You're next.
Hi, this is.
Hey, Alan.
I think I'm the second to last. I think I'm the second to last one, but.
Yeah, I can't find, for some reason, I think we lost. He said his internet's messing up, Clarence, so he's not here. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not probably as experienced as these other guys. I've been in crypto since 2016 as well, but it's just because it fascinates me, and I've just done my own. I've been in many things that never lasted, like those shiny object syndrome. I've been Sosana a lot, right? I don't want to name names, but CMB, Novatech, a lot of things like that. Yeah, so I've been Sosana a lot, and the only good thing that came out of it was I began building a network, and Mr. Live is on my network. He is someone I follow, and so when he told me about Sosana, I can't get into everything he said. He does, but I was really interested when I saw the website and what the whole idea was behind Sosana. And and I was also in Shift already, right? And he said that he nominated Shift. So I told him, well, fine, I'll vote for it, right? And what really got to me with Sosana was, I mean, it's all about the money, right? What you could get. For a lot of people, I live in Belize, so it's available worldwide for the people that will watch this afterwards. It's anywhere in the world you have an internet connection, you could join. It's something that's globally available. I'm from Belize and I'm in it, right? So I started with about $270 in Sosana, and my wallet amount right now, it varies because the token goes from like about 14 cents to 19 cents. It goes from about right now it goes from like 2,900 to like 3,800.
Wow.
Out.
Hear that? Did you hear that? My Belizean brother there. Belize is a beautiful country, by the way. $270 worth of Sosana tokens is what he started off with. And the value, all right, in Sosana 1.0 was fluctuating between 2,900 and 3,800. Obviously, past performance, no indicator of future results. Nobody can promise any type of returns. All right, if you can't afford to lose it, you can't afford to participate with it. But $270 worth of Solana tokens that got up to between $2,900 and $3,800 in value in Sosana 1.0, and we'll be participating in Sosana 2.0.
Of $270. And then when I got the shift payment, I had about 1.8 million shift, and it went to like 4.6, I think, something like that. And my wallet value went from a little over $200 to $575.
Awesome.
So that was awesome. I have never been in anything like this. Like, it's just a win-win all the way. Sosana shift, it's just a win-win, and like we said, we're just at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what the future holds for this token, and I'm gonna get Belize in on it as soon as I can, man.
We love it. Love to hear it, brother. Awesome. Thanks a lot. Everybody has shared their testimony so far. And
folks, there you have it. You've got real utility with Sosana, the Sosana ecosystem. I do want to make this one plea. I want you to strongly consider joining the community hub. Now, that's going to be a membership base. All right. You're going to purchase a membership if you're one of the first 1,000 folks to purchase the community hub membership. You may also hear the folks from Sosana refer to it as an affiliate membership. With the community hub membership / affiliate membership, they're one and the same. You'll be able to do a couple of things. Number one, there's going to be a lot of education in there. There's going to be a lot of things that community hub members, affiliate members, one and the same, are going to get access to that those that only do the $50 or more of tokens, Sosana tokens, won't get access to. Okay, so if I have at least $50 worth of Sosana tokens, I can vote. All right, fantastic. The community hub, all right, there's going to be other goodies in there, but the big goodie that's in there, all right, two big goodies that's in there is with the community hub, there's going to be once a month voting on pre-launch projects. So talk about being able to get in, on the ground floor, whether you win the vote and you get tokens of that project, or whether of that project and you choose to go and buy some tokens even if you don't win the vote. Okay, so community hub, first 1,000 members is $99 in Sosana tokens. All right, and that's lifetime. If you're seeing this after those 1,000 memberships have flown off the shelf, then it's going to be somewhere between $149 and $299, I believe. And whether it's $149 or $299, you want to be a community hub member. You'll also, as a Community Hub member, you'll be able to be an affiliate. And that way, right, give me just a moment, folks. All right, all right. Thank you for, I know that was a little bit longer than what many of you are used to when you come to a sharing presentation, if you will. So by our next one, we'll probably condense that a little bit. But I wanted to make sure that you walked away with a better understanding. Yes, I've led with Keith sharing with me, and I think I even saw Keith on the Zoom, popping in on the Zoom. I led in with Keith showing me, the 3,900-ish to 263. That got my attention. I assumed that it would get many of your attention, but I wanted you to see there's so much more than just a pump dump situation here. Hopefully, this will be a project that will be here for years to come. I don't see any compliance issues, because we're buying tokens, we're voting, we've got the real world usage of it. What I am going to do, let me give you a couple things, and then I'm going to do an optional Q&A. So those of you that have questions, this would be a good time to go on and raise your hand, your digital hand, and then I'm going to come to you in order in just a few moments. Now, don't go, you can't go on just yet and go buy Sosana Token, okay? There was a pre-launch version, or I won't say pre-launch, there was a Sosana 1.0. Time doesn't permit me to share there was some good things that happened there. There was some not so good things that happened there. But for us, the not so good thing is what has led us to this point, because Sosana Token got up to 19 cents. All right, and was climbing. We did an interview with Mark Ross. I'll make sure, if you haven't seen that you know how to get your hands on that video so you can find out about Sosana 1.0, why we're now doing Sosana 2.0, and the great lessons they learned with that to secure us going forward. All right. Also, there are no join or referral links just yet. All of that stuff will be coming out as we get closer to the end of July. The date they're looking at is like July 28th-ish, but I've been a part of a lot of different launches or relaunches, and you can never put an exact date because sometimes there's a little quirk here and you got to do some testing. I do know that they are, by the time it launches, there will be a certified independent audit of the smart contract to ensure there's no backdoor or anything like that. Okay. I wanted to start sharing this information so that folks can start getting ready. We will make sure that you know how to set up the wallet. We're going to be using a wallet called the Phantom wallet. Most of us are going to be using that. Very simple to set up. If you've ever set up a MetaMask wallet or a Trust wallet, it's as simple as that. But we'll make sure we walk you through how to do that. You're going to get some cryptocurrency assets, namely Solana, so that once things are ready, you'll be able to swap inside of Phantom Solana with the L. I kept messing that up with Sosana. Okay. And we want to be there ready to go as soon as we get the green light. I've had folks that have not responded to anything in years that are responding to this conversation. I've had folks saying, hey, I'm getting $10,000 worth of Sosana tokens. I know of one person, I don't know the person myself, that was looking, they got big funds. They were looking to get 6 figures in Sosana tokens. What if we're there just as soon as it's available and those types of purchases come? So I want to make sure that our community, we're ready to go. And this is one I would let your family members know. Get them the content. My dad, he may not set up everything. I'm gonna set it up for him. All right, pops, give me the money. All right, I'll make sure you got your Solana and then your Sosana, and my brother, the same thing. He's been saying, hey, I need something for retirement. All right, so I'm going to shut up there, and let's go with optional Q&A. Optional Q&A. I see you, Ron. You're going to be first, and then Tavon will come to you. Ron, I'm unmuting you, buddy. Yes, sir. How can I assist you, buddy? Hey, Ron. I just unmuted you on my end. You should have an option to unmute. There you go. Hey, buddy.
There we go. Good. Yeah. Let's say I'm an affiliate and I'm a member of the co-op that's coming, and I get some recruits under me. What is the benefit of having other members, recruits under me?
Okay. All right. Now, so Ron is asking a question about the affiliate portion, which we haven't even covered here. Okay. We'll get into that. But to answer Ron's question, there's something that I did not discuss is when you get the Community Hub membership, and if you're one of the first 1,000 folks to get the membership, you're also an affiliate. You may hear them call it an affiliate membership. I prefer to call it the Community Hub membership because of the value you get, even if you never told anyone. Okay. But that Community Hub membership allows you to be an affiliate as well. Now, what happens is, Ron, there is a 3-tier affiliate pay structure. All right. So it's not, they wanted to stay away from all the laws governing MLM. All right. And if you have no more than 3 tiers, then you don't have to deal with the whole MLM stuff. I don't know all of it yet. I do know that on the first and second tier, so your referrals, their referrals, okay, you're going to earn 15%, is my understanding on the low end, as high as 30% between tier 1 and tier 2. I don't know what the difference is between 15 and 30. All right. I don't know that yet. All right. We'll find that out. Now, what does that mean? When someone gets the Community Hub membership, you're going to get 15 to 30% if they're on your first tier or your second tier, paid to you in Sosana tokens. And then you can do whatever you want with those Sosana tokens. You want to hold on to them and grow your Sosana. You want to convert that into usable, spendable cash. All right. On your third tier, you're going to get 10% to 20%. All right, of the membership. Now, be mindful, the membership is $99 for the first 1,000. Beyond that, the membership, and that's lifetime, by the way, for the first 1,000. Beyond that, the membership is going to be, I think there are 2 price points: $149 a year, $299 a year. So after the 1,000, your affiliate commission is actually going to be higher. Again, all paid in Sosana tokens. Now, Ron mentioned something else. He said, what if I get the co-op? So there is, you're going to have the opportunity, especially if you're not good at, referring or what have you, you'll have an opportunity for $19.95 a month. This is all optional, where you could be a part of the Sosana co-op. So with the taxes, we love Sosana taxes, a portion of those tax dollars are going into for marketing. So Sosana is going to be marketing, all right, to get the word out. So when people who don't have a direct referrer join Sosana, they're going to be placed in the round robin, and those that have the $19.95 a month, all right, are going to be in that round robin. So yes, you could have people that wind up registering with you if you are part of the round robin, part of the ad co-op, which is sponsored by Sosana. Ron, did I get your questions answered?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. All right, Tavon, we're coming out to you next. Jim Burrow is after Tavon. Tavon, how may I assist you, my friend? I just clicked to unmute you. You should see that option to unmute yourself. Let's do it again. All right. Tavon, am I saying your name right, buddy?
You are. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. Long time no talk, no speak to. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm wonderful. So we've connected before?
Yeah, man. If I put on I don't know if my camera works on here or not, but yeah, we go way back, man. We've been in
cool.
many projects together. So.
Oh, man. Cool. Talk to me.
Yeah. Question. Now you might not know this, but while I was watching, good job, by the way, with the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. When I was watching, are all these projects only on the Solana network?
Yeah,
here's the other part. Or do you know that maybe later on there'll be projects that's also not only involved in the Solana, network?
I've only heard, and I don't know if down the road if there will be projects that are on other networks. I've only heard of projects on the Solana network, and what Mark has said is that there are thousands of new projects almost on a daily basis hitting the Solana network. So I don't know that question. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question, but I tell you what, I'm gonna jot that one down, and I will ask Mark.
Yeah, that'd be good, because if they hadn't thought about it for down the road, it would be good to also include networks or projects that are not only on the Solana network, for down the road. Because especially with this new regulation that may come out this week, a lot of these coins and projects are going to go away. It's not going to be, million different coins and projects launching like they are now. So it's probably going to be a lot less projects coming about in the future, compared to now. And that would be a good idea for, to include other networks and things.
And Tavon, I would tell you this. I know that Mark, and I don't know if it's just going to be Mark. Now, Mark is the one that I've begun building a relationship with. That's who Keith got me in touch with. David Track. I have not had a conversation with him just yet, so I look forward to building a relationship also with him. I do know that first off, there is a Telegram for Sosana. I will get that in our Telegram room and in our email list. I will make sure that I've got the Sosana's Telegram in there, and Keith is in there a lot. Mark is in there from time to time answering questions. There's a Q&A section and what have you. Okay, but I know that Mark, perhaps even David as well, they're going to be doing Zooms where they're just answering questions from the community. All right. I've not seen. It's hard to remember a crypto project that the co-founders are putting their face on camera. So that I appreciate, but two are as transparent as they are. So I'm going to ask that question. But if I forget to get back with you on that, know that there's going to be opportunities for you to get questions like that and others answered directly from the horse's mouth. You good?
Yeah, great. I seen I had some other questions. You got time?
I tell you what. How can you do me a favor? Can you let me get to Jim? Let me get. I think I saw somebody else, and then I'll come back to you if you still have some questions. Is that good for you?
Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Tavon. All right, Jim Burrow, unmuting you. Yes, sir. Go on, Jim. In 5, Jim Burrow, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go out to the next person. I see Reggie. I see Nayeta. I hope I said that right. And then Tavon will come back to you. Jim, I couldn't hear you. So let's go to Reggie. Reggie, you let's get you unmuted, Reggie. There you go. Hey, buddy, how can I help you?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you this evening?
I'm phenomenal. Thanks a lot.
All righty. I appreciate the presentation, good information, and very solid info from you. I appreciate
Thank you,
that.
buddy.
So we got Mark, we got David. Am I understanding those are the co-owners and there's one other person that is the owner, or is David the owner?
David and Mark are co-founders. My
Co-founders,
understanding,
yeah.
my understanding is it was initially David's brainchild, David's idea, and David and Mark have worked closely together for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And so David, I believe, is the lead dude, and then Mark has worked with him with other projects and things of that nature, and Mark is the co-founder. So those are the two big dogs, if you will.
So there's not another person above those two, to your knowledge,
To my
Professor?
knowledge, no. To
Okay.
my knowledge, no.
And will we get in? Can you, when you talk with them again, and as you maybe get your business relationship with David as well, that he can come on one of your Zooms so that we can meet him and get a little perspective on his background? It would be appreciated.
Okay, and I know having Mark should not be an issue. We may have a different day or time than what we normally do with our community, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll see. And I think, let's see here. Let's see if Keith is still here. Give me a moment. Hey, Keith Lacey, I'm about to unmute you. I don't know if you are available or not, but I'm gonna try to see if you are.
Hey, brother.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, Keith?
Man, I'm doing well. How about you?
Hey, I'm wonderful.
Great Zoom, by the way.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith is my buddy. We go back years. He's the one that sent me that audio link, got my attention. Um, Reggie's question, all right,
Mhm.
as it relates to David and Mark, are those the two big dogs?
That's correct. Yep. They're the only two co-founders. That's right.
Okay, got it. Okay, fantastic. And Keith, I know you are the one that got me in touch with Mark. Um, uh, what's been your relationship with David, if any?
Before approximately 8-9 months ago, actually, I actually knew David. I just had heard about David about 2 years ago, but since we've been talking Sosana for about 8-9 months now, I've known David through Mark and love the guy. Now, I've known Mark about 3 years now. Mark and I have connected like I've never connected with an entrepreneur before. He's got 5 kids. I got 6 kids. His wife's name's Valerie. My wife's name's Valerie. We have similar faith. We talk about faith a lot, and so him and I just really connected. Mark's always been my go-to guy with crypto. He's just his tokenomics and wisdom is just you know super valuable. And so I've known him that long. And so he's been business partners, though, with David for 20 years. Trust him 1000%, he says. And so I wouldn't doubt Mark for a single second because he's proven himself through the years. Once you hear Mark and know him, he's just the kind of guy that doesn't mess around. And both of these men are just men of integrity.
And so, Reggie, and for the rest of our community, I will definitely look to schedule to get Mark on, and we'll see if we can also get David on with our community. Again, it may be a different day and
Sure.
time than what we're used to, but we will definitely, Reggie, get to look to get that done. You good, Reggie?
I am. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Nayetta, I'm going to come to you. Tavon, I'm going to come back to you afterwards. Keith, if you would stay unmuted, if you are okay. That way, if you
Sure.
can answer something that I can, I would appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Nayetta, I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm unmuting you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I say your name right, young lady?
Hey, T-Von.
Nayetta.
It's me. This is Uncle Rue.
Uncle?
Yeah. See, my wife's name got in there. I'm not sure. And I'm trying to see how to get it out of there. I don't know how.
Okay, talk to me, Uncle Roo.
Uh, now I wonder if you could tell me how to get her name out of there.
Uh, I think you've got some. You have to put your cursor over the top right, and you should be able to um, click on some three buttons, and you should be able to rename it. Do you have a question though, Uncle Roo?
Yes,
Other
I
than
do
that?
have a question. Yes.
Go on, sir.
Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, it sounds kind of like I'm coming from market jargon. Sounds like an IPO. Would I be saying that? Would I be thinking correctly by utilizing that terminology to say that? It sounds like an IPO.
I wouldn't call it that, Uncle Roo. All right. Now, obviously, the Sosana token is going to be something that we can purchase as they're really relaunching. Okay, which is what I'm calling 2.0, new smart contract. But they've got the proof of concept, and they've shored up security with making sure that there's no back doors and anything like that. Then you're going to have with the voting mechanism, the when you have at least $50 worth of Sosana tokens, those projects are already in the public sphere. So, for instance, your buddy that you introduced me to years ago, that we call affectionately DigiMentor, he's got a project. I don't know if you've been in touch with him lately or not. He's got a project that he's already launched on the Solana network. He's got his own token. Okay. So that's not an ICO or an IPO. And you and I will have a conversation about getting his project nominated. I actually have a conversation with him on tomorrow evening. So when we're voting, if I've got the $50 worth, that allows me to vote on projects that are already existing. However, many of those projects may not be household names. Many of those projects may not have gotten tons of eyeballs on them yet. So if we went back and we looked at the one that was shown, the first shift AI, and if you went back, and we've got that on YouTube now, if you went back and you looked at that price chart, man, that thing was going for tenths of a penny. All right, and it was a project that was already in the marketplace, but it just hadn't gotten a ton of traction yet. So we're going to be able to be voting on various nominated projects. Like you might nominate DigiMentor's project as an example. Okay. That would bring eyeballs to his offer. Now, the benefit that he would get is that he's got more people looking at his project. Many of us may want to get tokens for his project. Plus, if his project wins the vote, then anybody who voted for that project would get tokens of his project from the voting pool. That's where the taxes come in. Okay, so the whole idea is every 2 weeks, Uncle Roo, we've got another event. We've got another project that has won. That some people, they voted for the winning project. They got tokens, didn't cost them a dime to get those tokens. So in the example that we showed where Mark was interviewing some of the winners, that was $375 worth of that Shift AI token. Now, people could have gotten that token. There were 11 winners, all right, and they could have immediately swapped it for something. They could have swapped it for Solana, converted or converted that to Bitcoin, and then cashed it out. For most people, there might be a couple of steps to convert it to usable, spendable cash. We'll make sure that our community knows how to begin to do those types of things. Now, with the community hub, That's that $99 membership if we're the first 1,000, or $149 to $299 if we're after the first 1,000. Okay. In the community hub, once a month, there's going to be the voting apparatus on projects that haven't hit the public sphere yet. So that is where we have the potential of an IPO or an ICO, in that they haven't launched yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we could kind of consider that from a community hub standpoint. So if you are a community hub member, what does that require? That requires that $99 membership. All right. And you got your minimum $50 for voting. Okay. If you do that, then we're going to have 3 times a month, 2 times with the $50, 1 time with the community hub, where we're all voting on projects that have been nominated by the community. All right. Then, even if we don't win the vote, meaning we didn't vote for the winning project for that voting round, we're still going to know what that project is before Sosana goes and makes the purchase. Now, I want you to imagine this, C. Scott Blevins. I want you to imagine the day coming where what's going to go purchase those tokens isn't $4,000 like that first purchase. Okay, it's 40 or it's 100. A lot of these projects are still going to be smaller projects that have smaller market caps. Could you imagine when there's 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 going to go purchase one of these tokens that won the vote, and we, whether we were voting winners or not, we position ourselves and we get that token before the big purchase? But no Martha Stewart here. We've got that knowledge, but no, Keith, they're not coming and taking us away.
That's right. That's exactly right. Hey,
right.
T, can I say something right here?
Sure. Yeah, go on, Keith.
Yeah. Uncle Roo, am I saying that right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So just to answer your question regarding is Sosana a ICO? Sosana is not an ICO. An ICO is initial coin offering, and those companies raise funds to launch, in order to launch. See, Sosana is not raising any funds to launch. We're actually going to do a fair market launch, they call it, a fair launch. So that's when the coin is going to be announced in the Telegram group. That's why your whole community here, T. Lamont, needs to get into that Telegram group, because it's going to be difficult for you to try to get individual text out to your group. Maybe you have a system better than I do, but that way everybody knows fairly when we put the go button and we list the contract in the Telegram group, people is going to try to get over there as fast as they can to buy that our coin quickly, so that you get it for a cheaper price, the Sosana price. So it's a fair launch. It's a 100% opposite of an ICO. So and T. Lamont hit on that. We are going to be able to vote on some ICOs, which is going to be absolutely mind blowing when it comes to being able to grow a portfolio. And just so everybody knows on your call, all this voting, all the moving parts in this company is absolutely optional. You basically, you could come in on a fair launch day if you want to and just simply purchase Sosana tokens. And, we believe, no guarantees, but based on what happened to me, you saw that happen in a real decentralized wallet. That was no fake coin. That was literally in a phantom, decentralized, very popular public wallet. Okay. That you saw that $263,000 that my Sosana tokens grew to from a $3,910 purchase. So, but all this is optional, the voting, but there's so many ways we can earn money if you really pay attention here. The ones who are paying attention are going to win the most with Sosana, but they have something for everyone. But if you don't want to fool with anything else, and it's but don't let anything scare you off. There's some moving parts here, but you do not have to participate in those moving parts to really win. The most important thing is to be there at fair lunch and purchase some tokens, whatever your wallet can afford, without hurting your family, as Tilamont says, and you can learn as you grow. You can learn as you go. Back to you, Tilamont.
A lot. Did we get you squared away, Uncle Roo?
Sounds good. Just one other question. I know you
Sure.
said you would prefer a minimum of 150 to start. Is that part of the 99 and the
Yes.
50 that you were talking about?
Yeah, and I would actually amend that just a little bit, Uncle Roo. I would cushion that 50 with a few extra, maybe $70 worth as a minimum, because there are going to be fluctuations in price of Sosana. And so, if somebody, made a nice big sale and the price went down, I'd want you to have at least the $50 there, because that's what the wallet's going to need to read that for the voting mechanism. So yes, when I said 150, all right, I was thinking the 99 for the community hub membership, all right. And so I want to get everybody in the community hub membership at $99. That's lifetime versus 149 to 299, and then that's annual renewable. So everybody gets it lifetime. Let's say, if we wanted the first 1,000 before it gets off the shelf, and then that also opens up the affiliate side too by having that community hub membership. So yes, that's what that 150 was all about.
Okay, and you said just one more little thing. You said that will not shoot out the door until around the 28th.
That's the date I've heard. Keith, have you? And let's be mindful, we're dealing with technology, so it could be before, after. We'll make sure everybody's in the Telegram group of Sosana. So you can keep up with that. Keith, have you heard any other date?
Yeah, it's still right at the 28th. The Kapil, the programmer that actually helped develop the Exodus wallet, is our programmer here, developer here. And he thinks for sure it's going to be by the 28th. And then we're going to need 1 to 3 days after that to have an audit, a third-party audit done, so that everybody's rock solid in knowing that, this is a 100% true, legitimate, open, disclosed opportunity. You see what I'm saying?
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. All right, Uncle Roo, if you have any more questions, let me get to the other folks, and I'll say to you, like I said, Tavon, I'll come back to you. All right.
I'm good, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, little bruh, Sean Nickens. Talk to me, Sean.
Hey,
What's
how
up,
you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing wonderful.
okay.
I hope you are.
I'm trying. Okay, so is the monthly ad co-op, is that commissionable?
I don't believe so. Keith, have you heard anything about that being commissionable?
No, I don't think that's going to be commissionable. It's going to be $19.95 a month. But I don't think that's going to be commissionable. I don't know. Actually, we could have a conversation to Mark and to David about that. So
Okay,
So
so
let's assume no for right now, Sean, unless otherwise. Okay.
yeah.
okay, so no monthly residual, but it is a renewal.
Yeah. There's an annual renewal after the 1,000. So the first 1,000, there is no annual renewal.
Now I think he's talking about the co-op though. Sean, are you talking about the co-op?
The $99 commission. What is it?
Okay,
The hub.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
the community hub, that membership, that's lifetime for those that are part of the first 1,000. So
correct.
no, that's not going to be residual. So let me say this, Sean, okay? Because I think I know what you're thinking because you're a marketer like I'm a marketer. And Keith will tell you that initially I said to Keith, man, I don't know, man. The affiliate part, but then I start, whoa, whoa, whoa. When I got it, okay, most people are promoting things, all right, whatever it is that you might be promoting. Here's what I've learned: you help people make money in one thing, they will listen to you about most things.
Everything.
All
Right.
right. So, Sean, I will tell you, you know that my baby, my passion project is the Apex account. We'll talk about that on Thursday. Okay. That's my passion. That's my passion project. Okay. I'm not stopping that. Not at all. Now, I want to get more eyeballs to that project. No different than Enrique with his Shift AI. What did she do? What happened there? He got more eyeballs to his crypto offer, his Solana based offer. Okay, I want to get more eyeballs to the Apex account. Somebody else may want to get more eyeballs to Texit Coin. Somebody else may want to get more eyeballs to a wellness offer. Well, here's what we have with Sosana. If I'm just looking at it from a marketing standpoint, I've got a project that nobody's got to break the bank, one, there is no monthly subscription, and a person with just 50 bucks, I would probably tell them do at least 70, all right, so that they have a little cushion there. A person with just a few bucks can see benefits. What if they just bought Sosana and it increases? In Sosana went from a tenth of a penny to 19 cents in 2.5 weeks. That's a $19,000% increase. Well, let's say they didn't do that. My Belizean brother who did that last testimony, $270, he said, and his value was ranging between 2,900 and 3,800. If I'm the guy that refers him to Sosana, and his value goes from 270 to 2,900 or 3,800, and I've got a wellness offer, I bet you he's going to listen.
Right. I got
I've
you.
got another crypto offer. All right. I bet you he's going to listen. So, Sean, I can tell you, and Keith will tell you. At first, I told Keith and Mark, man, y'all going to have to stretch my vision on the affiliate piece. I'm not seeing the affiliate piece, man. Y'all going, yeah, I might just be a token holder. But when I really got it with the other tokens and all of that, and then I was like, okay, only $50 minimum. You know, I'll tell folks to cushion that. Yes, I'll say the community hub, and maybe they'll do the community hub also. But if that person sees their value go from wherever it is to wherever it may go, they'll listen to me. They'll listen to me about
everything else.
the other thing or the other thing or the other thing.
Right.
And
That makes
so
sense.
look, tonight we had, I think, 60 some odd people. My Zoom last Thursday, I had 29. What do you think's going to happen, Sean, when the testimonies of people's Sosana value or them getting a Shift AI because they won the vote, when that's on live and it's coming from our folks saying, this is where my value was, this is where it is now, can't promise it's going to happen to you. What do you think's going to happen? It's going to explode, and then you're going to have more and more people willing to listen to the rest of your marketing message.
Makes sense. All
That's
right.
how I
Thanks
would
so
look at
much.
that.
I appreciate it.
All right. Anything else, little bruh?
I think that's it.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you.
Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.
Okay. All right, my friend. Let's come to Tavon real quick, then C. Scott Blevins and Kwame Mays. Tavon, you had another question. Let's go on, and you've been patient. What was your other question, buddy? In 5. I'm unmuting you, Tavon. There we go. What was your other question?
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. I'm doing. How often are you going to be doing these presentations? Or
I'm going to do them at least once a week. I'm going to do at least Tuesday nights. Thursday nights, I do a live Zoom on the Apex account. But we will have everything. If you like my version of how we do things, we'll have everything recorded. We'll put it in our what we call our cash flow club back office. We'll have other promotional content back there. Right now, I'm posting a lot of content on YouTube. But one of the things you're going to find out as a promoter is you don't want to send people to YouTube. The reason being is you don't want them to hear the message from somebody else that they might connect with even better, and they wind up joining them instead of joining you. So in our Cash Flow Club portal, we're going to have the same type content, only it won't be on YouTube, and the call to action will be click here, join. But when they click here and join, Tavon, they'll be joining you, or if it's C. Scott Blevins, they'll be joining C. Scott Blevins, or what have you. So it will be available to you 24/7. This type of content 24/7, so you're not relegated to just me doing a Tuesday night. And plus, there's going to be, I'm sure, plenty of Zooms that others will be doing, that Mark will be doing, maybe Keith will be doing, and what have you. But I'm setting aside Tuesday nights for the way that I like to present. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of my other questions. How do you get the videos? I'm not sure I'm a part of all, because all I see is email, and I'm not sure if I'm on your Telegram or not. So how would I get involved with your other things you said where you may be placing the videos and all that?
Moment. Let me show you. You're going to email us at, bear with me, admin. Let me pull it up. There we go. There we go. Do you see that? Admin at cashflowclub.info, and just ask me for the portal. Admin at the cashflowclub.info. Tell me that you need the portal. That's for anybody. Doesn't matter who referred you. What I would ask you is, if I'm not the one that got you to tonight's Zoom, if you send an email here, let me know who got you to our Zoom. I'll look them up in our database. This is a free portal that we offer. It's going to be a lot of content that you're going to be able to share with others about the Sosana project. I don't have any of that yet, but those are things that we're working on, as well as those of you that will also participate with the Apex account. We'll talk about that on Thursday. If you want to hear more about that, come on the same Zoom link on Thursday, same time. We'll be talking about the Apex account. I'm marrying those two. Apex account is my baby. All right. I have introduced the Apex account to Sosana. They have fallen in love, and they'll be saying their nuptials. All right.
My last question is, I love what I'm seeing here, and this might be for you and Keith if you're still on here. I love what I'm seeing, but the only concern when I was looking at it with your interview with, was it Mark Ross, that we could dump everything after we get the airdrop to us, but you could actually do the same thing with any coin or token after you buy it. So, but I was just looking at it from a regulatory aspect, from doing that type of thing. And I was just wondering how that might play out once the regulations all done. But like I said, you can still do the same thing with any coin or token that you purchase yourself anyway. So, but do you know anything about that aspect or any issues that may come up from that? You or Keith?
Hold on. Keith got muted out. Let me unmute Keith. I don't know what you're talking about in terms of the regulations. All right.
Yeah, I was a little confused on that too, Tieleman. Or are you saying can you actually sell the tokens that you win? Are you asking can you just sell them right away if you want to?
No, I'm speaking about. I'm involved heavily with a lot of regulations that's going to be coming about, and what they're doing and not, doing and getting rid of stuff. And the whole premises of Sonana is to stop all the pump and dump. So I was just watching and learning. Since we get airdropped and we could literally, make a bunch of money and then just go sell our token to collect the money. I was just, I put a thought in my head I wonder how the agencies that be, when they look at this might feel about it. That's all. And I wonder, have you heard anything like that?
Well, no, I mean, I haven't heard, we haven't even discussed that because it's not really our discussion. Sosana is, we're just involved in a public domain, should you say. I mean, we don't have anything to do with those other companies that may be doing things, pump and dumps and all that. We're just nominating tokens out there on the market. Now, what the government says that's regulated or not regulated is going to be up to the government. It's going to be up to those companies to comply. But it's got zero to do with Sosana. That's why many people, many legends already in this industry, in the crypto space, are already seeing Sosana as going the very, very long haul out into the future, because there's, we're not doing anything whatsoever that's anything to do with regulations. We just simply have our own token. It's certainly not a pump and dump, has tremendous utility, and that's our token. Remember, Sosana was originally launched with the thought of just becoming a meme coin. That's a funny meme coin called Shiny Object Syndrome and Nothing Accomplished. And it was just a funny website, which, people can go to the website here and look at it. Sosana.io. You can look at it now. It's real funny. That was all it was going to be. It was at least more than what most meme coins are. Most meme coins is just a picture of a darn dog. Some of them don't even really have much of a website. But this has a beautiful website and a funny background and a funny theme, should I say. But when Mark came up with the utility for Sosana, it's a game changer. It's a game changer.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I love what I'm seeing, but like I said, since I'm involved in all this, I know maybe more than the average person as far as what they're going to be doing and looking at. And that was the only thing that popped in my mind to maybe they might have a little, how government is. Look a little bit at.
Well, for sure.
But like I said, you can do that with any coin anyway. You can buy it yourself and then sell it right after you buy it. So,
Right.
I was just in general, that's all.
Yeah, well, the Sosana has a great attorney. That I can assure you as well. So these guys meet every Tuesday at 10 a.m. All five of them. Sometimes Kapil, the developer, comes in and meets, but the five foundational people for Sosana meet, including Mark Ross, David Track. I know there's a Brian Lyles, and there's two other guys, and one of them being the attorney. So they meet every Tuesday, 10 o'clock.
Von, bring that question whenever we have Mark Ross and or David Track or Sosana has its own Q&A. bring that question. I don't see any regulatory issue. Obviously, I think what we're going to build is a community of folks that want to hold Sosana tokens for the longer haul. Obviously, people are going to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. We want that for the taxes to fund the voter pool. All right, we want some buying and selling and buying and selling. But I think you're going to have more people wanting to buy and see what the end's going to be. Take Keith.
Right.
Keith had 1.39 million Sosana tokens. Okay. Now, could he have said, let me sell all my Sosana tokens? Yeah, but he would have been cutting off his foot, to spite his face. What if that 1.39 million gets to $1 a token? Now that's 1.39 million versus 263. Now, when it comes to the airdrops of the other tokens, all right, with the other projects, are there going to be some people that may cash some of those out, or cash it all out, or a portion of it out? Certainly there will be. But the cowboy that was talking there, he was in the car. You heard him say he got 2.6 million tokens airdrop. He said, "Look, that was free. I'm going to just hold on to those. What if that goes up? It was less than a tenth of a penny. All right, what if it goes up?" So, and you're right, Tavon. A person can buy and sell. I don't know how you regulate someone deciding, I got so many shares of stock, I want to sell it. I got so many shares of stock, I want to sell it. If you can't regulate that, I don't know how you regulate that. But bring that question.
Yeah.
All right, to Mark and or David when we have them on. Let me go to C. Scott Blevins. You good, Tavon?
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. C. Scott Blevins, and then Kwame Mays. You right, Scott?
Can you hear me?
Hey, buddy.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Hey, to my question, Keith answered it kind of a little bit ago, but my question would be concerning the launch when it happens the 28th or shortly after. Can you kind of go over how that will happen and how we can be ready and make sure we can get into that community hub, one of the first people and that sort of thing?
Did you hear that, Keith?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to stay real close to T. Lamont. All right, he's gonna get word from me. I am the master distributor of the company, so T. Lamont, I shared this with T. Lamont. He's going to know about this from me, and then he's going to tell all of his people. So what's going to happen on the fair launch day is the first priority of business is going to be for most people. It's certainly going to be for me. Is I'm going to try to hit that website to my wallet, and I'm going to try to buy more of these Sosana tokens as fast as I can. Okay, I've got my amount that I want to purchase in my mind, and I'm getting them prepared. I've already got a few sent over there, but I want to have Solana set up and ready in my Phantom wallet, and I want to simply hit the swap button. It's the easiest way to do it, if you ask me. And I'm going to swap them for the Sosana token. And instantly, I'm going to get some of those Sosana tokens for whatever the market value is at that point. And you're going to have hundreds of people all doing this at the same time. That's why they call it a fair launch. And that's it. I mean, and then, of course, and then we're going to be giving out, I'll be shooting out my link to everyone. That very same moment, as soon as I purchase those tokens, I'm going to be shooting out my link to everyone, and then they're going to get out there, and you want to have you want to have you want to have at least $100 saved. You don't want to spend all of your Sosana. You want to have some, at least $100 of Sosana left to purchase your affiliate package. And so you're going to purchase the affiliate package. However, we do that. I don't know the details yet either, but I know that once I get my link, once T. Lamont gets my link, he's going to click on it. He's going to sign up and become an affiliate, and he's going to pay. I'm sure they're going to have it very nicely and easily done, just like the DAP is very easy to work in the back office. I'm not a technical guy, and they made it super simple for the dummies like me. And so the links should be very nice and done, and T. Lamont can purchase his affiliate package for $99 worth of Sosana. And see, just think about that. Everybody purchasing their affiliate memberships are going to push the price of Sosana up even higher as well. Amongst the people who are just out there buying Sosana on the open market. So hopefully that answers
that's a very important part, because that was not a part of 1.0. There was no affiliate a piece, an affiliate purchase piece that
That's
would
right.
Also help to increase
Push the corner.
Exactly.
That's right.
Scott, we're going to make sure that everybody knows how to set up their Phantom wallet. It's simple, but we know that some people are, new or perhaps even intimidated by crypto. So we're going to make sure everybody knows how to set up their Phantom wallet, one, and how to go from cash, if you don't have any cryptocurrencies now, how to go from cash to Solana, because we're going to want to have the Solana in your Phantom wallet ready to go. And then swapping from Solana to Sosana is going to be a very, very simple process. But you will know how to do that before we get to the 28th. Okay?
Yes, that's correct. Mm-hmm.
So, Keith, real quick, is the swapping going to happen inside the DApp once it's launched?
The swapping happens inside your personal wallet, your Phantom wallet.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I set up my Phantom wallet last night, and I'm very excited and ready to go. Appreciate everything you guys are doing and all these Zooms we're building. Thanks.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. And Keith, I appreciate you, because I texted Keith and Mark and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't let guys let you know I'm doing my first Zoom." And I just shot the link to Keith like 10 minutes before. I had no idea he was going to come on, and certainly didn't know he was going to contribute. Kwame, did you leave? I saw you with a hand up, and I don't see it now. All right, I'm going to give everybody 5 seconds. If you have any questions, you need to raise your hand in 5, 4, digital hand. Kwame, there we go. All right, Kwame, talk to me, buddy.
Hey, thank you, Professor. Can you hear me?
Hey, buddy. Yes, I can.
Can we purchase the coins now, or are we waiting for 2.0?
We're waiting for 2.0.
Okay, that's my last.
Yep.
So right now, there are no referral links. There's no join links. You're not joining anything. This was for informational purposes to get us ready, and we're not purchasing anything today. All right. Once Keith lets me know we're ready to go, we'll let everyone know. We'll likely even have an impromptu Zoom so we can make sure everybody is getting squared away. Now, listen. Very important. Okay. If you have people that normally follow you, you need to stay close. All right. Because we're not going to have time to try to make sure that everybody's directly connected the way they're supposed to. No, if you have people to follow you, you need to communicate with people now, because there's going to be a frenzy once it launches, because people are going to want to buy their Sosana token sooner rather than later. If it starts off at 1/10 of a penny or 2/10 of a penny or whatever it starts off with, that thing could get to a penny very quickly. It could get to 2 pennies very quickly. And so people they're not going to want to sit around waiting to see what you're going to do. All right. That's why we're starting to have these conversations now, so that we're all set up and ready to go. All right. You good, Kwame? I think you got muted out. Make sure you're good, buddy.
Yes,
You
sir.
good?
Yes, sir.
All
That's
right.
it.
All right. Hey, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around for this marathon Zoom. We love each and every one of you. The next Zoom that I'm doing is going to be on Thursday night. We'll talk about the Apex account. This weekend is my daughter's birthday weekend. She's going to turn 18. We might do something on a Sunday. Sunday night. I'm tied up on Thursday, tied up tomorrow. Uh, might be able to do something on Friday if we need to do something on Friday. So just pay attention to Telegram and pay attention to emails. We love each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Keith, for availing yourself. I appreciate it. Let's transform this world together, starting with yours. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Chilamon.
Good night, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanks again, Keith. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man. My pleasure. Yeah. Take care.